Between the covers. Horse by Geraldine Brooks. Horse by Geraldine Brooks is a cleverly crafted novel with several characters and several time periods stretching from the mid-19th century to 2019. The book revolves around raising, breeding and training thoroughbred horses and horse racing. Some of the characters are actual people who were owners of some of the best race horses ever bred. However, it is not the owners who truly know these horses, but the trainers, grooms and jockeys who care for them and ride them. At the heart of the story is Jarrett, who is referred to as Warfield's Jarrett or Ten Broek's Jarrett, depending on who he belongs to at the time. Jarrett was there when the foal known as Darley and later as Lexington was born, and there was always a special affinity between horse and man. Jarrett was the son of a gifted trainer who had bought his freedom and intended to buy Jarrett's, but when Jarrett's mother dies and Harry, his father, remarries, he wants to use the money to buy his new wife's freedom. Lexington is sold and Jarrett, too, is sold because people recognize the gift he has working with the horse. Lexington became the fastest racehorse in America, but Jarrett began to notice that not all was well with this beautiful animal. Thomas Scott was not a particularly well-known painter when he painted Lexington as a colt and later as a full-grown horse. Scott managed to capture the personality or soul of this animal, but the paintings disappeared until one of the fictional characters, Theo, finds it in a pile of trash on a New York City street. Jess, another fictional character, is hired at the Smithsonian where she discovers a fully reconstructed horse skeleton in the attic. Although she is not a horsewoman, she sees that this skeleton has not been put together correctly, and when she finally sees the painting, understands that her instincts were correct. The novel takes us through some of the horrors of the Civil War when the painter, Thomas Scott, mentioned earlier, who was a pharmacy graduate, became the hospital steward of a regiment of the Kentucky Volunteers. Scott witnessed some horrendous things including the loss of some 200 men in the regiment. He became staunchly committed to the Union cause. He attended to the prisoners as well, just boys most from farms too poor to own slaves. The stories they told themselves were things Scott knew not to be true, including thinking Abraham Lincoln, some kind of cloven-hoofed devil's scion. There are also some beautiful passages when Brooks describes an early ride Jarrett takes on Lexington across frost-crusted ground. Fields are marked off by fences and stone walls with some of the best soil in the world. In the nearest field, the flock of Southdown sheep, clustered together for warmth. In the far field, fat Durham cattle stood apart, all facing the wind, attentive as an audience attending a concert. There are several heartbreaking moments in this novel, but to tell you is to tell too much of the story. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe my channel, press bell icon button for more videos.